to the special board meeting of May 7th. And could we have a call to order, please? Roll call.
Mr. Grimes?
Here.
Mrs. Gunter?
Here.
Ms. Patterson?
Here.
Mr. Petty?
Here.
Mr. Rump?
Here. Okay, could we have an approval of the agenda, please?
So moved.
Second.
And I'd like to amend the agenda and add an executive session. And I would like to make that for compensation. And that would be this would be right before the board business of item 4, the treasurer's contract.
So we make board business item 5.
All right, board business will be item 5, and item 5 will be item,
Item 4 would be executive session
right, item 4 is executive session. And,
for our revised bill
you want the,
121.22.
yeah, you want the, yeah, pursuant to the Ohio Revised Code for section 121.22, that the board adjourn to executive session for the purpose of compensation of an employee of the official of school district. Okay, so could we, is there any discussion over the agenda or the amendment? All right, could we have a vote, please, on the amended agenda?
Mr. Grimes?
Aye.
Mrs. Gunter?
Yes.
Ms. Patterson?
Aye.
Mr. Petty?
Aye.
Mr. Rump?
Aye. Okay, and then the third item of business is the treasurer's, CFO's business. Mr. Jerry Zelenka, our interim treasurer.
What is necessary is for you to approve the county's tax schedule and tax rates for the upcoming fiscal year. Included in your packet, okay, was a copy of that rate schedule. And just, again, just so you're aware of what has happened, I brought a copy of the old one. I didn't make a copy for everyone, I'm sorry, but just so you're aware, a year ago, so June of 2011, what we were looking at is a total district valuation of $805,330,570. And as you can see, by looking at the schedule here, what we're looking at is a total valuation, number 5 there, of $739,981,290. So again, further evidence that the devaluation that the county took in January 1st of this year has in fact affected the total property value of the district to the tune of about $65 million. As a result, the total tax that they're estimating that we're going to collect here, now you have to understand, when they put their figures in here, this includes the bond, which is not the general fund. And they also include homestead rollback payments, which are a separate line item on the 5-year forecast, but they include that on this sheet. So what they're saying is a total of $31,430,375. And compared to, again, a year ago, what they were looking at, the same apples and apples, okay, they were looking at $32,722,813. So as you can see, that's about $1.3 million less. But I did proof this along with Barb before we had the county, and the levies are correct and the years are correct. They did make a notation per our request. You can see right at the top there, they have the date April 27th. They were asked to revise it to reflect the Board of Election certification of the election results for the March 6th, 2012 ballot, because they didn't have the new year that it went into effect and the new year that it expired, so I had them correct that.
Now, this has the term estimate on it. Is it possible that it'll change between now and June?
Oh, sure. Absolutely. And again, it's a good point, Dale. Remember, this is their estimate. So what two things that will affect this, and again, that's why the 5-year forecast changes a month after I give it to you, probably a day after I give it to you, it will have changed, okay? Two things enter into this. Number one, how many people pay their taxes, so the rate of collection, or if you want to look at the other way, the rate of delinquency affects this. And number two, total valuation affects this. Now, because we right now have a good at least one handful, maybe even more, of valuation complaints out there that are being handled by our law firm along with the Board of Revision, depending upon how those things go. If they're found in our favor, then we maintain this valuation. If it's found in the complainant's favor, our valuation figure goes down. So if that valuation figure goes down, obviously your real estate tax that you're estimating to get is going to go down.
And I'm glad that Jerry added that, because I was on the phone with our attorneys today relative to a Board of Appeals complaint, and they are stemming back from 2008. That's how far in arrears those complaints are in terms of their hearing dates. So we deal with those on a daily basis. He deals with them on a daily basis, and we get phone calls when they are of critical size.
Does everyone understand that? Okay. All right, well, having said that, we would need a motion and a second and then a vote in order to approve these so that they can be sent back to the county, because without that, then they won't give us our tax bill.
So moved.
Second.
So the way it reads is it is recommended that the Board of Education approve the resolution accepting the amounts and rates as determined by the Budget Commission for the next succeeding fiscal year commencing July 1, 2012, and details may be found in attachment number 1. Any other discussion or questions?
The only observation I would make is that if we hadn't passed the replacement, that'd be considerably larger. We added $2.8 million from the replacements.
But you're right.
Absolutely.
Well, and thanks for your due diligence and staying on top of all this. It's appreciated.
Good job. Okay, we have a motion and a second. Can we have a roll call, please?
Mrs. Gunter?
Yes.
Ms. Patterson?
Aye.
Mr. Petty?
Aye.
Mr. Rump?
Aye.
Mr. Grimes?
Aye.
Motion is approved 5-0.
Okay, and now we get to the executive session, and I move pursuant to Ohio Revised Code Section 121.22 G1, is hereby moved that the Board of Education adjourn to executive session for the purpose of compensation, considering compensation of an employee or official of the school district.
I'll second.
Any discussion? Okay, could we have a roll call?
Ms. Patterson?
Aye.
Mr. Petty?
Aye.
Mr. Rump?
Aye.
Mr. Grimes?
Aye.
Mrs. Gunter?
Yes.
Okay, for the public, we shouldn't be too long, and I'd like to have, we'd like to have Dr. Nichols at the beginning, and that would be the only one. Just pause. Okay, we're back in out of executive session.
6:57.
6:57.
All right.
5:57. Oh, 5:57, thank you. Appreciate it.
So now we move forward with item 5, which is the treasurer's contract. It is recommended that the Board of Education approve the contract with David Hoskin, treasurer, CFO, for a period of 3 years to be effective July 1, 2012 through July 31st, 2015. And for some of you might be wondering, we have an extra month there. He'll be coming on a month before normally when a contract would begin, but that's okay. And so he's really got a contract of 3 years and 1 month.
So moved. Second.
Okay, any comments? Well, I just have, I have a couple comments. I feel really great about David coming on with us. Got to know him through this process, knew him a little bit before, and really looking forward to working with him. Good man. He's going to be a very big asset to our district. He'll work well with our CFO superintendent, and really looking forward to the future.
I agree with that. When I call this references, I don't know that, just in life, if you can have people say the kinds of things that they said about you, that you just have to be a remarkable person. I'm excited to have you on board, Mr. Hopkins. I can't wait to get started.
And I am too, and I guess Dr. Nichols is always talking about team players, so. Your team shirt, you're welcome.
Where do I cry? Well, you haven't voted yet.
Any other comments?
I'm optimistic.
Well, I welcome you and Vicki and your family to our district, and next time we have a community event, you gotta bring the pickles.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
That's a long story.
Okay, can we have a roll call, please?
Ms. Patterson,
Aye.
Mr. Petty,
Aye.
Mr. Rump,
Aye.
Mr. Grimes,
Nay.
Mrs. Gunter.
Yes.
Motion is approved 4-1.
Okay, and moving on to item B in this number 5, of board business. Consulting service. It is recommended that David Hoskin be granted 10 days, up to 10 days, for the consulting services at his per diem rate of $326.92 for the period of June 1st, 2012 through June 30th, 2012. Do we have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? I guess I would say again that I know past experience, I mean, got to get acclimated to the job. We have had a super interim treasurer, and so, and I'm sure they'll work very well together in setting up the routine and everything.
If there's nothing you don't already know, which I doubt that there is, Jerry will help you out with it.
Any other comments? Okay, could we have the roll call, please?
Mr. Petty,
Aye.
Mr. Rump,
Aye.
Mr. Grimes,
Aye.
Mrs. Gunter.
Yes.
Ms. Patterson.
Aye.
Motion is approved 5-0.
Okay, and could we have a motion for adjournment, please?
So moved.
Any questions or comments?
No, but there's cake and cookies for everybody. Please stay and have some to welcome Mr. Hoskins to the district.
And just in closing too, we welcome that whole treasurer's office down there. It's wonderful to see you here, and I'm sure David really appreciates it.
So you gonna let David say anything?
Yes, let's call upon her.
I didn't have anything prepared. Usually sit on this side.
This is your first test.
I thought that was last week and the week before and everything else. I'm excited about starting Cuyahoga Falls. As soon as June 1st rolls around, Jerry and I will get together, we'll set up some days, and I look forward to the opportunity to serve the children of the district, because that's what it's all about. Without the kids, we don't have a job, and we gotta keep them in mind every day and everything we do. So I think Cuyahoga Falls is a great school, and with our leadership can move forward and become even greater. Looking forward to it again.
Thanks. Thank you.
Thanks.
Okay, could we have a roll call, please?
Mr. Rump,
Aye.
Mr. Grimes,
Aye.
Mrs. Gunter,
Yes.
Ms. Patterson,
Aye.
Mr. Petty.
Aye.
Motion is approved 5-0.
There's a blue